Your daily diet might be making your muscles weak. Here's what most people don't know. After you turn 50, your muscles get smaller every year. By the time you're 70, you might lose almost half your muscle. Soon, getting out of bed would get really hard. Walking up the stairs makes you short of breath, and standing up too quickly makes your legs feel weak. The truth is, it doesn't get easier as we get older. It only gets harder. What feels tough today can soon feel impossible tomorrow. And that's how many people end up in a nursing home way too soon. But here's the good news. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 5 easy foods you can add to your daily diet. These will help you build stronger muscles, improve your balance, and help you live in your own home, on your own terms, for many more years. But here's the thing. Number 5 on this list is really going to surprise you. It's something most people overlook every single day. Yet when you add it to your diet, it can fight muscle loss faster than anything else I'll share with you. So stay with me until the very end, because number 5 could change your life. And I promise, by the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly how to bring back 10 to 15 pounds of muscle and feel strong and steady on your feet again, just like you did 20 years ago. I'm making you this promise because, as a doctor who has treated thousands of seniors with muscle loss and weakness, I've seen what really works and what doesn't. In fact, more than 85% of my patients regained noticeable strength after adding these 5 simple foods to their daily diet. And I'll be showing you each of them in just a moment. Before we begin, where are you watching from? And how old are you? What muscle loss problems do you have? Let me know in the comments. I will be replying to each one. Lastly, I have put together 95 easy, fast, and effective muscle building and muscle loss recovery recipes. With this meal plan, you do not have to buy any other muscle building meal plans ever again, and you should expect to see results in about 10 days. To get it, use the link in the pinned comment. If you are yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button right away. My name is Dr. Hillman, and welcome to the Senior Food Blog. Let us begin. Number 1. Sardines. The first thing you need to add to your daily diet is sardines, the kind that comes canned in water or olive oil, with the soft bones still inside. And here's why this is so important as you get older. Your muscles need more calcium and magnesium than ever before. Calcium helps your muscles contract. That's the movement when you lift your arms or take a step. Magnesium helps your muscles relax. That's when your muscles reset and prepare for the next move. So every time you walk, climb the stairs, or get up from a chair, your body is burning through a lot of calcium and magnesium. That's why, if you're 60 or older, it's critical to get enough of these 2 minerals into your diet every single day. Now you're probably wondering, how can I do that without relying on expensive supplements that can be rough on my liver and kidneys? That's where sardines come in. Just 1 small can of sardines gives you about 325 milligrams of calcium, thanks to the edible bones, and about 40 milligrams of magnesium, a powerful boost to keep your muscles contracting and relaxing the way they should. But that's not all. Sardines support your muscles in 3 other big ways. They're loaded with protein to repair and build muscle. They contain healthy omega-3 fats that fight inflammation in aging muscles. And they're packed with vitamin D, which helps your body use calcium more effectively. Research shows that seniors who get enough calcium and magnesium keep their strength longer and lower their risk of sarcopenia. That's the dangerous muscle loss that leads to weakness and falls. And when you add protein and omega-3s on top, you've got one of the most complete muscle foods in a single can. Number 2. Lentils. Your strongest defense against aging is muscle. Muscle is true medicine. The more muscle you carry, whether you're 50, 60, 70, or even 80, the more calories you burn just sitting in your chair. And the more muscle you have, the higher your chances of living a long, healthy life. That's a fact, proven by science. Nothing compares to strong muscles, especially as we get older. Here's why this matters. Muscles are where your body gets rid of extra glucose or sugar from your blood. This is one of the most important jobs your body has. If your muscles can't do it, glucose stays in your blood and can lead to type 2 diabetes. That's the kind of diabetes that can cause slow healing wounds and even amputations. That's why controlling blood sugar is so important. And the best way to do that is to have muscles strong enough to take in that glucose. And that's where lentils come in. Lentils are one of the most powerful foods you can add to your diet for both muscle and blood sugar control. Here's why. They're high in soluble fiber, which slows down how fast sugar enters your blood. They're loaded with plant protein that repairs and builds muscle. They're a natural source of magnesium, which makes your muscles more sensitive to insulin, helping them use glucose more effectively. And because they have a low glycemic index, lentils give you steady energy without big sugar spikes. Research shows that eating lentils and other legumes regularly can lower HbA1c, that's a long-term blood sugar marker, and improve insulin response in people with type 2 diabetes. On top of that, lentils are easy to add to your meals. You can enjoy a warm bowl of lentil soup, spread hummus on toast, or toss beans into salads, rice, or stews. With lentils, you're feeding your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong and helping your body control blood sugar at the same time. Number 3, papaya. The reason strong muscles matter so much is because, as we get older, being weak and fragile can be deadly. The numbers are scary. After age 65, if you fall and break your hip or leg, you have up to a 30% chance of dying within the next year. That's shocking. Even if you survive, half of people never get their full strength back. They spend the rest of their lives weaker than before. That's why muscle loss is your biggest enemy once you reach your 70s. To stay strong, you need about 30 grams of protein at breakfast and 30 to 50 grams at dinner. But here's the secret nobody talks about. It doesn't matter how much protein you eat if your body can't break it down. Many seniors eat protein, but their muscles never see it because their digestion is too slow. That's where papaya comes in. Papaya is full of something called papain, a natural enzyme that helps your stomach break protein into smaller parts your muscles can actually use. Think of it like a helper that makes your meals easier to digest, so your muscles can grab the fuel they need. Papaya also has fiber that keeps your digestion running smoothly, vitamin C to calm inflammation, and antioxidants that help your body recover after movement. And it's gentle on your stomach, no bloating, no discomfort. So when you eat your eggs, chicken, or beans, your muscles actually get the protein. That's how you build strength all day long. But that's not all. Papaya gives you 3 other big benefits most seniors don't know about. It reduces swelling and stiffness in your joints, so you can move more freely. It calms indigestion and gas, which become more common with age. And it improves circulation, so blood flows better to your muscles, hands, and feet. Now let me tell you about George Ramirez, a 76-year-old grandfather who came to see me a year ago. George loved breakfast, 2 eggs and oatmeal every morning, but he often felt heavy, bloated, and uncomfortable for hours. By lunch, he still wasn't hungry, and his energy was gone. The worst part? George was losing muscle without even noticing. Over 6 months, he dropped almost 15 pounds of muscle. His daughter worried because he was struggling to carry groceries and even to climb stairs. George said to me, "Doctor, I eat my meals like you told me, but I just feel worse afterward. Maybe I should just stop eating breakfast altogether." That's when I suggested he add a small bowl of papaya after breakfast. Within 2 weeks, George called me, amazed. He said, "I can eat my eggs now and feel fine. No gas, no bloating. I even feel lighter afterward." 3 months later, George had gained back 10 pounds of healthy weight. His strength was returning, he was walking in the park again, and even chasing his grandkids around, all because his body could finally use the protein he was already eating, thanks to papaya. Number 4, bananas. As you age, it's not the fat on your body that matters most, it's the muscle. Once you reach your 60s and 70s, muscle mass is what truly decides how healthy you'll be. At this stage of life, it's no longer about walking down 200 steps or pushing your limits in the gym. What matters most is keeping up with simple resistance moves, like getting up and down from a chair or holding a wall sit for a few seconds. These small exercises protect your independence. The amount of muscle you keep really decides your quality of life. The science is clear. Once you're past 60, muscle mass becomes one of the strongest signs of healthy aging. That's where bananas come in. Bananas give your muscles the quick energy they need to perform those simple exercises and recover afterward. Here's why. Bananas are rich in natural sugars and starch that digest fast, turning into quick fuel for your muscles. On top of that, they're loaded with potassium, the mineral that prevents painful cramps and helps your muscles contract the way they should. Bananas also contain fiber, which slows things down just enough to keep your energy steady without a sudden crash. And here's something really practical for seniors. They're soft and easy to chew. They don't need any prep. And they raise your blood sugar gently, giving you more stamina during resistance training. The research is impressive too. One study found that older adults who ate bananas before light exercise had better endurance and less muscle fatigue. Another study showed bananas work just as well as sports drinks for energy, but without all the added sugar and chemicals. For best results, pair a banana with some protein. Have it with Greek yogurt, a spoonful of peanut butter, or even in a protein shake. That way, your muscles get both quick energy and the building blocks to repair and grow stronger. But bananas don't just give you fuel. They do more. They reduce the risk of muscle cramps by keeping potassium levels steady. They help you recover faster between workouts. And they keep your digestion moving smoothly, which becomes more important as we age. All of this makes bananas one of the easiest and most powerful foods you can add to your daily diet for stronger muscles and better health. Before I reveal the fifth thing to add to your diet, I need to ask you something. What do you think so far? Are you starting to realize what you should add to your morning diet every day for better muscle growth? Drop a comment and let me know. I'm genuinely curious to know what you think. And if this information is helping you understand how to grow muscle even beyond 60, please hit that subscribe button. I spend hours researching and creating these videos to help seniors like you, and your subscription tells me you value this information. It only takes 1 second, but it means the world to me and helps me reach more people who desperately need this knowledge. Lastly, I have put together 95 easy, fast, and effective muscle building and muscle loss recovery recipes. To get it, use the link in the pinned comment. Let us continue. Number 5. Beet juice. Here's something amazing. The strength of your thigh muscles is directly linked to how long you live. The stronger your thighs are, the longer your life expectancy. Why does this matter so much? 3 reasons. First, when your legs get weak, you lose your balance and your mobility. That means you stop going out, stop seeing friends, and your social life shrinks. Without time outside, you also miss out on vitamin D from the sun, your mood drops, and depression can set in. Second, weak legs lead to weaker bones. And your thighs hold the biggest bones in your body. Those bones store minerals your body and brain need. And third, one of the top causes of death in older adults is falling. Strong legs help prevent falls and protect your independence. That's why you should add beets to your daily diet. Here's the science. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates. Your body turns these into nitric oxide, which relaxes your blood vessels and improves circulation. More blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients get to your muscles, especially those important thigh muscles. Research shows that drinking beet juice can boost stamina, increase strength, and even improve exercise performance in older adults. Beets are also packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation, plus magnesium and potassium to keep your muscles and heart working properly. You don't need much. A half cup of beet juice before exercise, a handful of roasted beets in your salad, or a spoonful of beet powder in water or a smoothie can make a real difference. But beets don't just improve circulation, they also support stamina so you can stay active longer, speed up recovery after movement or light exercise, help regulate blood pressure naturally. Now let me tell you about Helen Cooper, a 70-year-old retired nurse I met 2 years ago. Helen had always been active, but when she came to see me, her legs felt heavy and weak. "Doctor," she said, "I can barely make it up the stairs anymore. My thighs feel like weights, and I'm exhausted all the time." Her tests looked normal, but her energy was gone. Worse, she had started avoiding her weekly book club walks because she had to stop and rest too often. She felt embarrassed and lonely. Then one morning, she nearly fell in her kitchen after standing up too quickly. Luckily, nothing broke, but it scared her. That's when I suggested she start adding beets to her routine. Just half a cup of beet juice before breakfast. 2 weeks later, Helen called me, her voice brighter than I'd ever heard it. I made it through my whole shift volunteering at the clinic without feeling drained, she said. By the end of the month, she was back at her book club walks. Not the full distance yet, but she was out there with her friends, smiling and moving again. 6 months later, Helen told me proudly, "I'm back in my garden. I planted 2 full rows of vegetables last weekend, and my legs feel steady again." All from one small change, adding beets to her daily diet. Look, I know there are going to be people who watch this and then go right back to their old habits. They'll stick with the foods that make muscle loss worse, and loads of sugar and complex carbs, all that caffeine, because making changes seems too difficult. But you're not one of those people, are you? You're the type who's going to take this information and actually do something with it. You're going to stick with these muscle-supporting things you can add to your diet and keep at it consistently. And I want you to come back and tell us how your muscle loss is turning around and how much stronger you're getting. Because in my next video, I will share the one thing that has 10x more protein than eggs that can help you add over 20 pounds of pure muscle in the shortest time possible. You don't want to miss this information, so subscribe right away if you have not. And if this video has opened your eyes to what to add to your diet, and you now have a clear action plan to start building strength again, the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. I've just given you information that could literally transform your life and help you feel 40 again. Information that most doctors won't tell you, and that could save you thousands in medical bills. Subscribing is free, it takes 1 second, and it helps me continue creating content that changes lives. So please, subscribe now, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers, Senior Food Blog.